it's me, Sushreeya. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm here in Madurai, India. Madurai, the food capital of India and the cultural capital of Tamil Nadu. This place is known for many reasons. It's great food, it's rich in art and culture, ancient architecture, and of course, famous for the Meenakshi Devi temple. The Meenakshi temple was built in 1130 BC by King Pandya. This temple is really pretty with long corridors. If you go straight, you can see the Saptaswara Mandapa. It's proclaimed for two very famous reasons. Number one, they're shaped in mandapams, which is very famous to Hindu religious sites because the mandapam is the main pillar of a wedding. It's the place where the bride and groom circumambulate 7 times before making their vows. This is also to be the pillar of fire, because fire in Hinduism is the source of energy and life. There's another reason that this pillar is really tall. If you go into the temple, you can hum into any of the pillars and you will hear a very sound and strong vibration. The Saptaswara Mandapam pillars are now deteriorating because this temple is one of the very few temples which is as it was. If you ring it really hard, you might be able to hear some of the very different ragas of the swaras. This temple is also really famous because of its deities. It has many different lingams and it has one of the very few deities which are resided in this temple. For example, something really rare in this temple is you get to see the female form of Ganesha, Vigneshwari. And in the temples in India, you always see the male form, Lord Ganesh. But this is the only temple residing of all India where you get to see the female form. You also get to see the female form of many different deities here, Varahi, Narsini, and so on and so forth, as well as many of the very dominant forms of the goddess Durga. For example, the main residing here being goddess Meenakshi. Goddess Meenakshi has a lot of tales behind it. In this temple, and according to legends, she is carved out in green stone, supposedly quartz. She's also a goddess with 3 breasts, which goes along with an ancient curse, saying that she will become normal with the 2 breasts when she finds her husband. As you can see here, there are so many different paintings here which depict so many of the different ancient epics written here. There are 4 main entrances which have giant pillars, east, west, north, and south. However, there are 12 smaller gates which are representative of the 12 different directions of the world. These are also pillars of power, which are said to strengthen this temple and keep it going for generations to come. When you go inside, you'll not only see Goddess Meenakshi, but you'll also get to see the darshan of Lord Sundareshwara. Sundareshwara is the god of beauty in the form of Lord Shiva. When you go down, you can also see many paintings of the different variations of different weddings of the goddess Shakti and Purush. For example, Kali and Bhairav. There are so many different deities here, and there are rare forms of gods that you may not get to see in other places. So this is why you should definitely come to Madurai. And especially if you do, make sure you come to see the Meenakshi Devi temple. Thank you! I hope you enjoyed that, and make sure you check out this awesome place. Bye! Today I'm here at Kanishwari, and this specific area is the beginning of the Ram Setu. So right here is actually one of the stones which was supposedly put by Lord Hanuman when they went to Sri Lanka, which you can see from the other island. So right here we have this stone. It's kind of heavy and then suppose it's now eroded, but back then the word Jai Shri Ram was written on the stone. Hey everybody, it's me, Sushreeya. So today I'm here in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. Rameshwaram is a very special temple for many reasons. Number one, it's one of the 12 Jyotirlingas, in which Lord Shiva came himself and blessed the land with his presence. Another reason that this temple is really special is because out of all of the Char Dhams of Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, this is the only place where Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu share connection. The other places of Lord Vishnu are Badrinath, Puri, and Dwarka. This is the place where he wakes up and comes to take a shower. This temple was built by one of the Pandya kings, and many of the other kings have given very notable donations here. This is also a place where Swami Vivekananda came and wrote his own signature. This temple, in the morning every day from 5 to 6, you can see the Mani Linga, which was established by Adi Shankaracharya himself. This temple has a lot of great sites, and when you look up, you can see some very notable Sri Lankan looking architecture. For example, the lines up here. And there are many different stages, and there's one linga which is established by Lord Vishnu himself. The Sri Rameshwaram linga was built by the god Mata Sita, but it was established here by Lord Ram. And there's another linga which was later brought here, the Vishwanath, by Hanuman himself, which he brought all the way from Kailash. This temple has some really great culture within it too. For example, you can see behind me the statues, where most of the statues have their hand joined, which is a sign of respect in the Hindu culture. If you look up, you can see a lot of different drawings of epics, and you can see all the different stages and how Hinduism gives notability to all of its donators. So today I have with me the person that helped us around the temple today. What's your name?
James.
So this uncle here helped us see all of the different sites here, all of the different deities here. So can you tell us a bit about Rameshwaram and the month that's going on right now?
Saudi amount of this month full festival.
And what is this month celebrated for?
It's Adi month. It's the name of Tamil.
And this month starts when the goddess Parvati has her birthday. And this is a month-long celebration celebrated by the people of Tamil culture, where they celebrate their birthday and they eat delicious sweets and pray every evening. So thank you so much, Uncle, for showing us this temple. So another really fun thing that you can see here in Rameshwaram is this world-famous third corridor. As you can see, it stretches really, really far. And if you look up here, you can see some beautiful paintings. And up here in the corners, on the top of every pillar in this temple, you can see a lot of lion shapes, which have been notable mentions of Sri Lankan architecture. This place is really famous because it's one of the longest corridors in the world, notable to India, and along with the Meenakshi Mandapams in Madurai, this is another one of the longest corridors in Tamil Nadu itself. It has beautiful statues. These are some of the few statues which have been notable mentions of donations and causes by the Pandya dynasty, which helped make a lot of great renovations and making this architecture not only one of the grandest in the world, but also one of the most eye-catching for people to see. People come in this corridor to enter every year, and this temple has one of the greatest pilgrimage sites in India, with millions of people and over 10,000 people coming every day just to see the Mani Linga, established by Adi Shankaracharya himself. Hey everybody, it's me, Sushreeya. Today I'm here in Dhanushkodi in Tamil Nadu. Dhanushkodi is a beautiful place with a lot of great sand, though it can be a little rocky sometimes. Great water, and this is the place where the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean meet. When you drive by, you can see the teal-looking ocean and the very bright blue bay, too, and later down you can see the endpoint. Now this is a pretty famous site in Dhanushkodi. Dhanushkodi is now proclaimed a ghost town after a very furious cyclone destroyed the city. This is one of the very few remains, which is actually what was once a beautiful looking church, and its remains are still very pretty. You can see where the glass windows may have been and where the chapel from the walls and the rose glass may have been. This is not just the only remain. When you go further down, you can see some beautiful pillars, and when you go farther down, there's a beautiful beach where you can rest with, and that is a lot here to see. This is also a place where they do a lot of laboratory kind of things to talk about what this is also a place where they might do a lot of nice laboratory to talk about what this city may have been like, and it's a very great historical site to see when you come to Dhanushkodi. So that's all for Dhanushkodi, which is a very great village to see in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. Bye!